Morning everyone, it's Leanne again. How are you all going this morning? Now, I am just working on a couple of pieces of jewellery. These, first of all, are earrings that I was working on. I started on them last night, and they're earrings. Can you see? Just like that. Now, there are lots of dice that I had in some cupboards I had, and I thought, what could I use them for? Now, I've always wanted to make jewellery with them, and I thought, start doing it. Don't find an excuse, start doing it. And that's exactly what I've done. Now, I've got them there, and I need some little rings like this size. Not sure what size they are. What size would they be? I'd have to check that up. But when you make them, you get a feel for what proportions and sizes yourself. I just have to get something here because, let me see, this one. I'm just holding that camera still so I don't bump it. Right, there we go. Right, so you need some of those small rings, and you need some of these things. These are flat bottoms or flat tops, whatever you want to call them, but they're like pinheads, or a nail, flat bottom nail top. Geez, the focus is not good on my camera. I wonder why. Usually is. So they're, I don't know, a couple of inches long, and I'm using them as well to go through the dice because I'm trying to make a bracelet to match the earrings, and I've got a few of them. I'll put an extra couple of ones there. Now I might need some more rings too because I've only got two there now. Oh no, I've got some more. No, they're too little. No, they're the right size because they're the size I've been using. Right, ixnay on those ones. I've been using the tinier ones, which are these ones. Those small ones. I don't know, they look about, what, 3-5 mil? Something like that. These are the bigger ones. Have I been using them? Let me see. No, I've been using the smaller ones. So what I'll do is I'll have to hold the camera again and get some more. I should have done this beforehand, and I'm sorry that I didn't, to save time. So I'll use those ones, and I'll put these back to hold the camera again. There we go. Right, so we want some little rings, and we'll get them from this. So we'll put those big ones away, and we'll look for some smaller ones. Oh, they're too big. Some smaller ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that'll do. I'll just get another one just in case. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I'll just put that back. Right. Now, so we've done our earrings. Now, how I done them was simpler than you think. It may sound hard if you haven't used drills before, but I have. I'm not an expert at them, but I've done enough DIY over the years with my husband to know how to do them a little bit. to use tools, I mean. Now you put them in these multi-grips, I think they're called. Now you put them in so that they don't move around, because whilst you're drilling, this will spin. And when it spins, I've already done 3 major ones. And all you do is you get this little Dremel, which is a little tiny drill. It drills small things, and drill it just like that. Now you release it, and as you can see, the holes are in it. See that? Right. Now I'm going to use right, what I've been doing, I must have to tell you, is, now I've already drilled those earlier. I just wanted to show you how to do it. It's very simple. And it cuts through this very, very easily. What I have been doing is I've tried to put the numbers face down. It's not going to work, so what I'm going to do is not worry about that, putting it in sequence anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this flat bottom pin through it like that, and it should hold. The drill should not, the hole should not be as big as this, or should be the same, just less or similar in size. Now once we've done that, we're going to use our tools. Now you have to bear with me on this, because I find this takes a few goes. Now we're going to come up probably about 5 mil. I'm going to bend it so you hold it about 5 mils from the top of the dice, and then you're going to turn it to the back of you, and then you're going to wind it round the front and to the back again, just like that. Now I'm going to, at this point, I'm going to change my pliers to a small one, because I want this one that can, see that, so it can twist and turn. And I'm going to take that wire and I'm going right round the dice. And at some point you may need to change your dice and turn it around so you can get to that wire and keep turning it around. Now I'm going to be tough with it this morning, because you need to be tough with it. Okay, you need to use those little hand muscles, and you need to pull that wire right round and tighten it. Pull it with one and hold it tight with the other. Now this is not necessarily going to tighten the whole thing down. It can be loose, the cube or the dice can be loose. Oh, where is it? There it is. Now getting it wrapped right round is a little bit of a job, but it can be done. I've done it on the last 3. Do I keep going off camera? Sorry if that's what's been happening. I wasn't even watching. I'm concentrating on getting this little slippery bugger right round. And then you can just crush it down, just like that, so that the edge of the metal is not sharp on your fingers. Just like that. Let me see if you can see that. Boy, the focus on this today is not good. Anyway, I think that's down. Now all we do now is we take another ring, and I'm going to put it in the flat nose pliers this time to hold it. Now I've got to find the edge of it, and that's difficult if your eyesight's bad, which mine is. I'm falling apart. Anyway, there it is there. So you're just going to pull it apart. Now it has to be pulled apart a little bit more than normal because this chain's thick. So there we go, we've got it. I'm going to hold it in this hand. Now here's our dice. We've got a couple of chain, 3 chain between each one. Well, that one's a bit longer. Wonder why I did that. And I'm going to put one right here. Now I'm going to feed the chain first. So I'm going to feed it first, then I'm going to put my dice on. Okay? Are you watching? Sorry. Now you're going to get these pliers, which are the nose pliers or the bent ones, and you're going to close that gap. And if you get a good connection, it's pretty simple. And I had a good connection that time. Sometimes it's not that easy. It takes a few steps. So here we go. Here's the bracelet. I've started it. And I've got the dice on. Let's see what it looks like on. Oh, it's magical. Look at that. So that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just seeing where the dice is right. Now I've got two more to go. Now I'm going to leave it off that first chain and probably do it on the third chain to give it some breathing room when you do it up. So I'm going to start right now like this. I've put my pin on. I'm going to hold it still about, I don't know, 3 to 5 mil above the head above it. And then I'm going to twist it back that way, like I said before. And I wonder if it works better if you go backwards. Let me just see. It might. Anyway, there we go. It didn't work too bad that time. Right. See, nothing always goes perfectly well, so how are we doing this? Right, so we have to go, keep going off camera, I'm so sorry. Right, here we go. I'm twisting it around and around and around, and you can sort of jam it down a little bit like, you know, like this, so that you can, there we go, that's it. There's one there. Now I'm going to have to see where I'm going to put this. So if I leave the first one, or first 3, I'll put it on 4, number 4, and I'll put this one on that one. Yep, that'll do. So okay, so I've got the one I'm going to use, which is this one. Right, so what we do is we get our ring, and we open it up. Just have to see where it is. Right, it's just there. Okay. Right, just going to pull that one up just a tiny bit more as well. Right, now we've got our chain here. I'm going to put it on. I have to have a look at that again. So I've got one, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll put it, let me see again, I've missed it again. 1, 2, 3. There. Right, so we're going to put it on about here. So we put it on the little loop first, and then we put on our dice, and then we're going to close it up. Just like that. Bear with me till I get it closed, and I'm almost there. Don't panic. And there we go. I've done it. There's another one. It's going to look cute. It does. It looks cute. There's a bit of a gap there. I wonder why. A long gap. Don't know why that is, but anyway. Oh, I suppose it's alright. Right. Oh no, it's not a long gap. My mind's going. Okay, so that's another one. Now I only have to put on one more, and we'll do that live, or not live, we'll do it on camera, just so everyone understands how I did it. Now we put that on. We're going to hold it, and this time I'm going to use my flat nose pliers. I'm going to try something different, because you're always working towards making things better. Aren't we? We're all trying to do that. Now I'm turning it around using my finger, but it does hurt a little bit. So you hold that straight. You can wind it around as much as you possibly can without hurting yourself, going through pain and suffering. And we have to learn to use our tools more, because it's important to get a grasp of them, because they help us get a better result as well. Right, that's not too bad. Just have to get that round one more time, and then I can crimp it. When you get around to the end, you just give it a crimp. You just get things and squash it together. And see, that worked very well. Okay, that worked very well. Okay, so then we're going to get this again, just the ring. And we possibly could put another one on there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it a little bit more relaxed and wider amongst the dice, because I have got a beautiful charm there, a little champagne with a cherry in it, or martini I would say, with a cherry in it charm on in the middle part. So I think I won't put any more dice on. Right, I keep going off camera, and that is a problem. Sorry, I'll have to rectify that from now on. think it's the location of the camera. Right, now I pulled that away from each other. Now I'm going to put it on, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll put it halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll put it here. Hang on a minute. I have to count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll put it there. Then I'll put my dice on. And then I'm going to hold it better. And then put my dice on. Put on that side. Now I can't see. I've got it in an awkward position. And then I'm going to close up the hole. Just like that. Bit more, Leanne, come on. To hold it in a better position. Oh boy, my eyesight's really bad today. Let me see where I'm up to. I can't tell. Oh, right, okay, now I can. Okay, I've got it in a good position now. I've almost got it closed. Right, that's it. Done it. There is my little bracelet. Now there's the little cocktail. There are all the dice. And there are its earrings. And I'll model the bracelet for you. Not so much earrings, although I did have the earrings on last night just to test them out. So there's the bracelet. Now the bracelet fits me and I've got a very big wrist. So okay, so there's the dice. It's different, isn't it? Anyway, I don't know who I'd give that to. I know myself I'd wear something like that, but I'm not sure about everyone else. But they are different and I would wear it anywhere. Because I like to wear lots of colour. As you can see, I've got silly rings that I wear, nice purple deep colours, and I've got other rings. I'll put that on. So that would make a really nice present for someone or for yourself, if you like wearing that sort of thing. I do. And it's a really nice sterling silver bracelet that I had put away. But you can buy them relatively cheap online, these chain bracelets. They're not very dear. So if you wanted to make yourself one, something different, or you could sell that. As long as the quality of work, you really put a bit of effort into it, and I have. It's all looks good. Can't see any flaws whatsoever. Anyway, I might give that to someone. I'm not sure, but I might. Mainly because I've got too much stuff for myself anyway. I'm greedy. So I might give it away to someone else who might want to wear it. So there you go. Give that a go, because a lot of us, want to make your own jewellery, and you think, what can I make? Well, that's simple, relatively cheap, unusual, and in the right atmosphere, or environment, they look pretty quirky and pretty nice. I like them. I could wear them easily anywhere. I wear strange things to the doctors that no one else has got. It's not because I'm rich or anything, because I'm not. It's because it's unusual and no one else has got it, and no one else puts the effort in. So when we are crafters, we do things, we put the effort in, you get these rewards that everyone else wants, can't be bothered, or can't, because they don't have the knowledge to make these things. So it's easy to do. So I'll think about who to give this to. Not sure yet. Someone who really likes this sort of jewellery and who would wear it, because it's no use just me keeping it. I will wear it, but it's no use me keeping it. I've got heaps of things like that that I wear all the time. Beads and rings and beads and earrings. I've got dozens of earrings. I've got boxes of earrings. I just collect, as I once said in one of my other videos, I do collect Avon, vintage Avon jewellery, and I have got boxes of it because it comes from my time as a young girl, and I used to buy a lot of Avon when my sister was an Avon representative all those years ago in the 60s, and I just loved their jewellery from that time period, 60s and 70s, and the 80s, or the gaudy 80s jewellery, you know, the big gold things and the big things, but big chunky chains and things. But jewellery is beautiful to collect if you can do it, but you have to collect it from all over the world. You just can't collect it from Australia because we don't have everything here. So anyway, there you go. I hope you give it a go. Make yourself something. I love these earrings. I tested them last night and they really look nice on. I love them. So there you go. I showed you a new tool, the Dremel. It's it's called Dremel. It's an older model. It's not one of the latest ones, but it's a drill, and it has very, very small drills. You can get, I think, 0.05 millimeters, very, very fine drills, and you can drill through jewellery and things like that for those very fine detail hallmarks you need and things like that. And it's very powerful. You just need to go through once and it works. Doesn't matter how hard the surface is. I've done it in tiles. I used to do a lot of tiling, and tiling is very, very hard surface, and that goes through it like a breeze. So there you go. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.